Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm back again for another video, and as you can see, Christmas is coming up in literally a couple days and I haven't made a single Christmassy thing. So I figured it was only right to do it now. And what better way to celebrate Christmas than with the cutest stuffies ever, jelly cats. If you haven't seen it, I did a video, I don't even know when, I have no concept of time, where I attempted to recreate a jelly cat stuffy in crochet form. And it turned out really well and I was really happy with it and it was a lot of fun. So I figured, why wouldn't I do it again? So this time I've selected a Christmassy victim, which I will put here. It is the Amusable Candy Cane. Do I need to say more? Look at it. It is the cutest thing ever. So I grabbed some red yarn. I went out and bought some white yarn because I didn't have any. And we're gonna attempt to make this. And hopefully it turns out really cute because I'm gonna be really embarrassed if it doesn't. And I need to celebrate Christmas, which also, if you didn't see, I do have my little snowman here. So I do have something Christmassy, but that's from like 2 years ago. So it doesn't count. I need something current and fresh and new. And I need a candy cane with little feet. So obviously I'm thinking white and red is a candy cane. We're not going too far off the beaten path here. I'm thinking 2 rows for each stripe because I don't want this to be huge because obviously jelly cats aren't massive. And I'm thinking I'm debating between 18 and 24 single crochet around. So I'm gonna get up to 18 stitches and I'm gonna see how big it is because I feel like that's what I'm gonna go with because I want it skinny. Okay, that is 18. I think that's plenty. That's 18, and honestly, I think this is a pretty good size. I'm using a bigger hook because I actually broke my normal one. The handle part fell off. Clover hooks, I used to think you were the best, and so your hook broke on me. And now I'm using another clover one in a different size. Anyways, I think this is a good size. I think I'm gonna do one more round of white and then we'll switch over to the red and we'll go from there because this is probably not very interesting. So I swear we'll get to an interesting part soon, hopefully. We've added in our red stripe and I think I'm all right with 2 rows. I think that's gonna be the right amount and I'm just gonna make this into a long tube. So yeah, I'm just gonna come back when that's done because you don't need to see me just crochet a striped tube. Drum roll please. We have a tube and I think I'm gonna start curving it. Do I want to do it now or do I want to do another row? I'm gonna do one more row because I don't want to curve it too early, but I also don't want to curve it too late and then have it be massive and way too big. So I think maybe one more round. I'll start curving it in the next red one. Update, since I'm scared of the curve, I got my brown yarn and I'm gonna do the feet first so I don't have to deal with it at the moment. So I'm gonna bang one of those out because I made the feet before when I made other jelly cats on my TikTok account. I did like a sun and a coffee mug and the feet were pretty simple and straightforward. So I'm gonna make those now and I will be right back. Okay, update, we have not one but 2 little legs, and in this lighting it's really hard to see, but they are shaped like little feet. So we're gonna go ahead and sew these on. And I realized I almost forgot to add on the face to this, which would have been very bad for me because I couldn't add it on once the curve starts. So we're gonna add the face and the feet, and then we're gonna continue with the curve. Actually, no, that's a lie. We're gonna start the curve a little bit to see where to place everything so it's centered. That's a better plan. We're gonna start the curve first. I lied. So my plan for the curve, I'm thinking maybe, I don't know if this is gonna work. If I do like slip stitches on the part that I want to curve in and then double crochets around, then technically, if you think about it, it'll be like this with this middle part here is the slip stitches. So then as you keep going, it'll kind of like curve up, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna try it and hopefully it works because I don't really have a backup plan. So it kind of has to work or else I'm gonna cry. So I've done a couple rounds and as you can see, it is kind of starting to curve. The double crochet slip stitch thing I think is working. I'm gonna do a couple more rounds and see how things progress, but I think this is the move. This is what's gonna work and make this candy cane. The one annoying thing though, I was using a 7mm hook, which is bigger than I normally use because it's the closest I have to a 6 without shrinking everything down like crazy. But when I'm doing double crochets, it leaves massive holes. So I've had to size down to a little 5mm. So it's making things take a lot longer, but it'll be worth it for stuffing not to fall out. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going and I will be back shortly, hopefully with a curvy candy cane. Okay, update again. I realized I really need to add the face on now. So I'm currently debating between the bigger eye and the smaller eye. So I think what we need to do is refer back to the original picture and try and just copy whichever one looks the most similar. And to me, in the picture, the jelly cat eyes definitely err on the smaller side, but I don't want them to be tiny, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. And I'm happy with this position. If it's sitting like this and we stuff it, it's high up, I can add a smile, and I'll still have room for the little feet to go on the bottom too. Update, I added some stuffing, and honestly, I'm really happy with how it's coming along. You can definitely see the curve starting to form. I wish it would go a little quicker, but I don't really feasibly have a way to do that. So this is gonna be as good as it gets. I'm gonna get back to crocheting and hopefully we get that C shape going on sooner rather than later because I'm already kind of tired. Okay, I had kept going for a while and I was like, it's not curving fast enough. It's taking too long. And then I looked back at the picture and I realized that the way they have it, it only kind of just goes like that almost, like just barely a little hook. So what I'm thinking is if I do just enough rounds to finish this off, it'll make it curvy enough that it looks like that. And then I'm maybe just gonna run a stitch through here when I sew it just to really like cinch this part in. And I feel like that looks like the picture. So I think after that, all that's left to do is just add on the legs and the smile because this is the shape of it, right? I think I'm right. I know I'm right. So I'm gonna do what I think is right and what I know is right. And it's gonna look right. We have this shape. So I really need to cinch this part in to get it into the candy cane shape because this is looking a little rough at the moment. So I put a stitch across here and a stitch across here, and hopefully if I yank on it, it won't break and it will pull the ends closer together. Gonna be completely honest, I don't think that did anything. So I'm resorting to plan B, which is taking these two white ones and just sewing them together so that they really cinch in. And honestly, I think that was the best plan all along. It'll really get the right shape going on. So I'm gonna do that now. Update, this yarn is getting on my last nerve. It has snapped twice and you can see here I'm trying to sew it and it doesn't pull. So I'm gonna have to figure something out because this is not, it's giving hockey stick, not candy cane. We were actually getting somewhere and it snapped again, but at least I have some moral support now. Final attempt, we're gonna try and do it with the red yarn and hopefully this is somehow magically stronger and will make it fold in half because after this, I'm gonna take a hot glue gun and glue it shut. That one snapped too, so I don't even know what the plan is at this point because I'm sick of this. Okay, I found a small ball of acrylic yarn. This is my last hurrah. If this doesn't work, video over, I give up. Update, oh my god. It at the very least got us to a 90-degree angle. So I'm gonna count this as progress. And I think the final plan for the night, when I'm done with everything, is to just tie it like this, like wrap a piece of yarn around it so that it gets used to being in that position. And then hopefully when I untie it the next day, it will be a little more curvy because I would like it a little more curvy than this, but the yarn just can't do it. Anyways, it's time for finishing touches. So I'm going to thankfully add not that piece of thread. I'm going to add the feet and the smile, and then we will finally be done with this thing. We've got 1 foot and 2 feet and our little smile. Honestly, for all the pain and suffering, I am very happy with how it turned out, and I do think it's adorable. We'll do a quick side-by-side with the original, and honestly, I think it's pretty accurate. I am going to tie this down, and hopefully it curves a little more. Update, he's been tied up. We'll see how this turns out in the morning. Hey everybody, after a long night of having the little candy cane tied up, I'm here for a final update. And he's done, and I think he's gorgeous, and I'm a very big fan. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and if I should do this again, and what other jelly cats I should maybe do. Thank you so much for watching. Your support means the most. All my other socials will be linked in the description, and thank you so much for watching again. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya!